Most freelancers and agency owners think clients come from closing more clients. But the truth is much more simpler than that. Your growth will come from the clients who stay, not the clients you chase. So that's from renewals, referrals, retention. That is where all the real money will sit. And all three of these will depend on one thing: your delivery system. Does it feel organized? Is it predictable? Is it safe? Because if your delivery feels chaotic, clients are quietly going to plan their exit. But if your delivery feels structured, they stay for years. So let's build the delivery system that will turn each and every one of these new clients into long-term revenue for your agency. So the onboarding phase is where the retention begins. It's not a case of just admin or you just go on a call and you just find out a few bits of information. For me, or for our agency, it's always been a moment where a client will decide how far and how long they can trust us for. So the second we send off that invoice, the team are on it. There's no seconds to waste. So the first thing we like to send them is something called a deep questionnaire. This is extracting everything we need to know about their story, their bottlenecks, their offers, all of the expectations they have from us. So that way the client understands before the editing even starts, we understand them. Then it's a case of hopping on an onboarding call so we can then set out the expectations, any deadlines, communication rules, and then outlining the next 3 to 6 months, telling them exactly what we need from them and vice versa, what they need from us. That process alone has saved us so much problems, because when I first started the agency and without these processes, I was just kind of winging it. And then let's say mid-shoot, they'd be asking us, oh, what's this for? Or what are you shooting? Or what's the purpose of this? And I'm just looking at them in the face and I'm staring at them like, it's, you know, prepare to fail, fail to prepare. All of these things that you will now start building as part of the onboarding process is going to save you so much time, and it's actually going to allow you to give them a much better service. And you see, the thing is, the clients will feel calm instantly when they see that you have a plan to present. That alone will put you ahead of so many of these so-called videographers and freelancers or agency owners who have no plan or structure behind them. So in the first 14 days, we typically want to give them confidence. We don't want to give them any added pressure, and the first 2 weeks will decide that. And the thing is, with results, we can't guarantee that instantly. But what we can guarantee, or what we can assure them, is movement. They want to see that we're on point. So our job here is simple: book the shoot, show them the first content angles, explain the ad structure, explain how all of these things work, deliver the first draft early, send weekly updates of what's happening, what's not happening. We just want to keep them in loop as much as we possibly can. Because what I've noticed is that clients don't leave because of the results. They leave because they feel like they're in the dark. If they can see progression, if they can see movement, they'll stay with you for a long time. Your delivery engine, this needs to be perfected. What is the system you have that removes the chaos? Now, this is where we separate the small guys from the big boys, the freelancers to the agency owners. We need to run one organized workflow that will never change. So whether we shoot, we send them a footage, the editor gets briefed, first cut revisions, approval, scheduling. Once we kind of have those in place, everything is standardized, they can all be delegated. Nobody relies on, oh, wait, does this need to be like this or does that need to be like that? Your editor will handle majority of the workload. Your social media managers will handle all of the posting and reporting when needed, and you oversee the direction, not the nitty-gritty that's required. Your ads will stay simple, but depending on the client, what they need, whether it's a profile visit campaign or an engagement campaign, your ads for each client will be tailored because of what they need and what they're looking for. And every month you're able to provide the clients a clean summary of what wasn't worked on and what's going to be implemented on next. We don't want to give them a flipping dashboard of like, oh, this metric and that metric and all of these fancy things. They don't care about that. They just want to know a clear plan that you can follow and that they need to understand as well. As long as you're taking lead and you're making the decisions for them, that's where they'll increase their trust with you. Now, retention happens when clients feel safe. Renewals happen when you guide the next phase before they can even ask. And referrals happen when working with you is calm and predictable. By month 2, you already know, do they need more ads? Maybe they need more content. Is their offer really weak? Does it need to be stronger? Perhaps we need to look at it from a new angle. You bring that plan to them. We've built X. Here's what the next 3 months should look like. And here's how we're going to level this up. You see, instantly clients will hear that and they'll follow you and they'll be leading you. Clients will go to those who lead and not who ask. Because if you were to go to them and say, what do you want to do next? Of course, they're going to be looking at you like, what am I paying you the big bucks for? And referrals happen naturally when clients trust you, and of course, the work is good. You don't need to beg them. You just simply say, if you know any brands like yours that are struggling with consistent content or making a name on social media, then send them my way. I'll take care of them, and I'll even chuck in a referral fee too. That one line will create you thousands, if not tens of thousands of revenue. And then of course, with the delivery, The point where we can make it scalable is when the editor can handle all of the work, the social media handles all the maintenance, and the SOPs will remove the guesswork. And most importantly, your boundaries will remove your chaos, your systems will remove all of the stress. And your job at that point will be a case of directing, making decisions, and maintaining client relationships. That is how you scale to 20, 30K months without burning out, leading a lean team, and finally being able to breathe again. So by now, you've built an offer that positions you properly, a content ecosystem that instills and builds belief, traffic that brings new eyes onto your page or your content every week, a DM system that qualifies, a clean, cool structure that will close. And now you've got a delivery engine that retains, renews, and multiplies revenue. This is how you stabilize 20 to 30K months without working 80, 70, 60 hours a week or having to chase big clients every week. You now have everything you need to start seeing results. And if you made it to the end of this 6-part series, that already tells me you're serious about growth. If you just take 1 or 2 of these frameworks and apply them consistently over the next 30 to 120 days, you will see movement, more consistency, more clarity, better clients, fewer dry spells. This series has already given you a fully fledged system. But if you want to move faster, if you want accountability, personalized direction, and my help installing this exact system properly into your agency without having to second guess, that's exactly what I do inside my private one-to-one mentorship. If you want my help building this engine, step by step, DM me on Instagram with the word growth. Tell me where you're at, what you want to build, and we'll take it from there. We'll literally have a conversation to see if you're a fit, and if you are, we'll take the next step, or if you're not, I'll also let you know that too. So now you've done the hard part, you finished the series, now you get to decide what your next stage looks like.